What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2022 Ally 400. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series makes its return after 1 week being off for the off week. We're back at National Super Speedway, the 1.33-mile track, which will kick off the second half of the season. This will also be the first race of the NBC calendar as they take us through the rest of the 2020 season. After Fox has finished up their portion, the Cup Series continues on NBC, which will be on NBC at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. This weekend, of course, is expected to be very, very hot as well. Temperatures to degrees as well. At the 1.3-mile track, this concrete track, the race like a short track, but also races like a super speedway track as well. So let's jump into picks. Before we jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather, when it comes to temperatures, actually improved very, very slightly. It is supposed to be 94 degrees and 71 degrees as a low. So 94 is a high, 71 degrees as a low. But there is a chance of thunderstorms. There is a 40% chance of thunderstorms being scattered. So if it does not end up raining, you might want to bring something. Make sure, just in case, make sure you bring water. There's only water filling stations at the track. It's expected to be one of the hottest days we've had so far in the 2022 calendar. So let's now jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how I do picks on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers that I think are going to continue their struggles, or 2 drivers that have had good runs who I think are going to have an off week. 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who I think are going to do really well for one race, or have been on a really hot streak in underfunded equipment. And I do my winner's pick as well, the driver I think is going to win. And then I do the ones to watch as well. And I've got 5 drivers you need to keep your eyes out on, as well as the winner. So now let's get into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend's Ally 400? My first suck pick is a guy that I've picked, I think, more than anybody else on my suck picks this year. This guy is generally really struggling, even compared to his teammates. He's having a worse average finish this year right now than he did last year. And last year, he was absolutely horrendous. He did have a good run going last year in this race, but unfortunately, did, I believe, a tire go down. And while I think that he'll have an okay run, I don't think it's going to be amazing. I think he's going to barely crack top 20. Cole Custer. Cole Custer has generally really struggled this year. He hasn't even scored a top 10 up to this point so far. It sits around 27th or 28th in the points. He's been absolutely horrendous so far in 2022, and I don't think he continues to have a really strong run here. I think he's going to have a bad run. I think he finishes out in the top 20 this weekend at Nashville. My other suck pick is a rookie, and this guy has been really disappointing. Now, don't get me wrong, my expectations for this guy as a rookie were really not through the roof. And to be fair, last year in this race, in the Xfinity Series race, he did run really well. But it's not the Xfinity Series, this is the Cup Series. And I think that Harrison Burton, who's my other suck pick, is really going to have a bad run. Harrison Burton has also failed to finish in the top 10 so far this season. His best finish, I believe, being 11th or 12th, which came at the Coco 600 a couple weeks ago. I think Harrison Burton is going to struggle. He just has really not had a lot of speed so far this year. I think Harrison Burton will struggle this weekend at the Ally 400. And now we're going to jump into the underdog picks. Who are my underdog picks for this weekend at the Ally 400? My first underdog pick is kind of had a couple weeks where they really struggled. But the last time we were here at Nashville, this guy ran extremely well. In fact, where Kyle Larson dominated, this guy most of the races running in second position and really never fell out of the top 5 till near the end of the race. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. before, I believe, this Sonoma or Gateway, he had been coming off of 4 straight top 10 finishes. And I think Stenhouse is going to have another very solid run here. I think he's going to get back on track of trying to make the playoffs. Stenhouse ran extremely well here last year. In the transitions, other types of tracks, I think Stenhouse will kind of come into Stenhouse's wheelhouse. I think Stenhouse is going to have a really strong run. It would not surprise me if he gets a top 10 this weekend at Nashville. My other underdog pick is a guy that has having a career season so far. Sure, he has not won a race like he did last year, but he's had the most top 10s he's ever had in a career season and has led more laps than he ever led in a season in the past. Talking about Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell has been extremely solid this year. The only thing he's been lacking so far this year has been the stage points, but Michael McDowell has been on a roll. He has only, I think, had 1 or 2 finishes outside the top 20 in the last 8 or 9 races, and has been extremely consistent. Has finished in the top 10 4 out of the last 6 or 7 races. I think Michael McDowell is going to have a really strong run this weekend, and I would not be surprised if he gets another top 10 or maybe even a top 5 this weekend in Nashville. And now we're going to jump on to the winner's pick. Who is my winner's pick for the Ally 400? My winner's pick is not going to be who you think it's going to be. My winner's pick is a guy that finished second and was actually catching the winner of the race, Kyle Larson, near the end of the race. of course, due to fuel mileage. But this is where this guy's season really started showing up and really showed what he was going to be capable of. And so far this year, he has scored 2 victories, and I think he's going to become the first 3-time winner in the 2022 season. I think that Ross Chastain is going to pick up his 3rd victory of the 2022 season in the number 1 car. Like I mentioned, Ross Chastain was extremely fast here last year, was really, really quick, and I think that's going to translate into him getting his 3rd win of 2022 and getting up there on the all-time win list. I think Ross Chastain is going to become the first 3-time winner of 2022 this weekend here at Nashville. So now we're going to jump onto the ones you need to watch out for this weekend at Nashville. Who are the ones to keep an eye out on? My first one is a guy who won the race last year, and it's been really consistent over the last 5 or 6 weeks. He had a really strong car in the Coco 600 before, unfortunately, basically losing it near the end of the race and getting involved in a wreck. He still had to crack it up back near the top 15 of the race, which is really impressive. Had a really strong car at Sonoma before a tire came off, and then still ended up finishing in, I think, 14th or 15th in the race. The reason I'm not picking Kyle Larson as my first one is because Kyle Larson does not have his crew chief this weekend. Kevin Mendering is going to be the crew chief for Kyle Larson in this race. But I do think that Kyle Larson is going to overcome having Kevin Mendering there. I think Larson is a good enough driver. I think he's got a shot to get his 2nd win, and he could be a guy who could get his 2nd win of the year. My second one you need to watch out for is a driver that has been really, really fast this year and has, I believe, the best average finish of everybody in the field so far this year. On top of that, before the car really fell off, he was extremely fast here last year. Talking about Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch picked up his 100th career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory at this track, a very big milestone win for himself. And Kyle Busch also has been really, really fast. The thing that could kill him is the sponsorship he has, which is Pedigree. Pedigree has been a sponsor that's really triggered Kyle Busch over the years. Has really triggered a lot of bad mistakes. And I think Kyle Busch could have a great run, but I think he'll overcome it this weekend, as this is going to be the last Pedigree sponsorship we're going to see from Kyle Busch. My third one you need to watch out for is the current points leader in the NASCAR Cup Series. And I think this guy is going to be super, super quick in this race. He had a lot of pace here last year before he had a DQ that basically took him to the bat because the one-nuts were not tight. I don't know why they penalized for that for whatever. But I think Chase Elliott is going to have a really strong run this weekend. This kind of track race similar to Darlington and Dover, which he was really, really quick at those racetracks. And I think Chase Elliott will be a factor in who goes to victory lane this weekend at Nashville. My fourth driver you need to watch out for is the most recent winner in the NASCAR Cup Series, picking up his first NASCAR Cup Series victory, and has shown a lot of progress so far very recently. And I don't think people realize this, but this guy was also, I think, pretty solid at Nashville last year before issues came up late. Daniel Suarez. I think Daniel Suarez is going to be one to watch. I think he's going to be going all hell to the wall to try to get that second straight victory. I think Suarez has really shown what he's been capable of this year. He's had his best career season so far. He's led the most laps he's ever led in a season. He's almost gotten the most top 10s he's had in a very, very long time. And I think that Daniel Suarez is going to have a very strong run this weekend at Nashville. My final driver I need to watch out for is a guy that until last week was on a really bad streak. Since his win at Martinsville, he did not have a top 10 until this past weekend, about a week or two ago at Sonoma. And I think this driver is going to start getting into his groove. He was pretty fast here last year till the end of the race, and I think this guy is going to have a really strong run. William Byron. I think William Byron is going to come out of this weekend with a very, very strong run. He showed a lot of progress and a lot of things near the end, and I think that William Byron is going to be super, super quick and is going to show a lot of pace this weekend at Nashville. So, anyway, those are the picks for the national race. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Cole Custer, Harrison Burton. My underdog picks are Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Michael McDowell, and my winner's pick is Ross Chastain. And then the ones to watch are Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, and William Byron. So, anyway, that's going to be the race picks video for the Ally 400. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on to be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on pages on the list schedule below with that, and comment your thoughts and your picks below for this weekend. Tell me you think he's going to struggle. Tell me you think your underdog picks will be. Tell me you think he's going to win this weekend in Nashville, and let me know the ones you're keeping your eyes out on for this weekend in Nashville. Let me know in the comments below. Tomorrow on my channel, we're going to be having a NASCAR news video that is going to drop on the channel. We'll discuss the NASCAR news over the last couple of days. And then on Thursday this week, I've got a special project that's going to be coming out. We're going to be looking at the drivers who I think potentially could drive the Project 91 car in the next couple of years, who I'd like to see drive the Trackhouse Project 91 car. I really will be showing you guys that video. And then Friday will be a NASCAR news video along with the Truck Series race review from Nashville. And then we'll go through the rest of the week. I'll probably do an SRX review on Saturday. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. And I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.